Hi everyone, Jessica Sanders here. I'm continuing some alcohol ink demos. I wanted to show you how I get these kind of ghosty flowers, the effect it has when you actually put the ink on the paper first. Um, so I've been working on some of these just to see if they would show up on camera, and these are kind of the results I've gotten. Um, so let me try and do a quick demo and hopefully you can see it. I've turned down my lighting because I think it will show up better that way. And I have some ink on this blending tool. I know because it has color on it. So I'm just going to add blending solution because that will activate the ink. And then I'm going to just color in my page. You can see some lines, and I'm going to go all the way to the edge. Off the edge, you can see some lines, and I think I'm going to put just a little bit more blue and more solution because I can and because I like it, and kind of blend that out. I want a little bit darker color over here. I want to see how that all shows up. Hopefully it shows up for you. And if not, you may never see this video. Okay, so I've coated the paper with alcohol ink and blending solution mixed together. And I'm going to let that dry just a second. It doesn't take very long because it's all spread out, but I just want it to dry a little bit. My handy dandy straw. Okay, so this is dry. I mean, yeah, it's definitely dry. So I'm just going to put a drop. I'm putting kind of a big drop. And this blending solution picks up the ink and pushes it. So you can see maybe this edge that's getting darker. And then when I blow on it, it's like the shadow of a flower. I think you can see that. I hope that you can see that. You see these edges. And that's going to keep reacting for another few seconds. I'm going to let it sit there and dry in front of the camera. And then I'm going to show you alcohol. So this is alcohol in a bottle, the dropper. I'm going to do the same thing. And hopefully we can see the difference. Now this background ink was about the same on both. This is starting to really lighten up now. But you can still see the background through it. Same here, you can still see all the stripy background. And this just seems to be a little bit lighter effect. It's kind of an experiment for me. I use both all the time, but just thinking about how they work a little bit differently. If you notice the blending solution, it picked up more of the ink. There's just not as much ink here in the middle left as there is with the alcohol. So that's kind of a little bit of a difference. So you can get this kind of shadowy or light effect with using the alcohol or the blending solution. So here's a piece that I was just playing around with. It's kind of a mess, but you can see I used I colored the background, and I used some different techniques. I don't know if you can see that. See those lines there? That's just by putting blending solution over the background and blowing. This one though was the drop, let it dry, blending solution on top, and then it makes this effect. Not the same color as background, that's how I know. So that's just a few of the little drops and spots that I did on there. And so you just get this impression or shadow of a flower. And then when you put something over the top of it, I'm going to use this plum, just because I like the plum color. Um, that looks maybe like a center or like a small flower. And then I'm going to put this blue, which is the same color I used on the background, over it and make it bigger. I get my straw closer and blow harder to make it bigger. You don't blow as, you still kind of have to blow hard, but hold the straw further away and you get something smaller. Also, if you let it dry a little bit, you get something a little bit smaller. So you can see that in the middle. So I would just keep layering this up. I'm like, okay, well, I like that, but I'm going to put this blending solution because I want the center to be lighter for now. And so I get this impression. It picked up the ink. It pushed it out when I blew. And I have this beautiful, to me, this beautiful impression of this flower. But I still think I want a little bit more. I'm going to put the plum. And don't forget to shake. Dripped it. Okay. And the mixative. I don't mind that it's dripped. I like drips on my artwork. So I wanted to lighten that up a little bit. I want that more. So I may kind of I'm just layering it. I just keep layering it. See, you notice this blending, this mixative? The mixatives do not move like the ink. It's just different. They go with the ink, but they're not quite the same. So I would like this flower. I like how it has kind of this light halo, or you could call it a shadow, but it's light, so I don't want to call it a shadow. And then I just have these different layers of color, and I only use 2 colors plus white, and I also use the blending solution to get that effect. So yeah, happy playing with your alcohol ink, and let me see the flowers you make. That would be so much fun. And let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. This is Jessica. See you later.